Love, they said, is reciprocal. In the same way, respect is also reciprocal. I am showing you 5 things that makes marriage work. Please understand before that there is no beautiful marriage out there without a challenging time. Every beautiful marriage you see out there has gone through its challenging time, and what makes them stand the test of time is the ability of those parties to stick together to grind out results out of those challenges. Today, I am showing you 5 things that makes marriage work. First among all is love. Please understand that love is the foundation for every blissful marriage. Love is the foundation for every marriage that want to last the test or stand the test of time. But how much you love your spouse? Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25. Husband, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. You go back to Colossians chapter 3 verse 19. He said, husband, love your wife and be not angry with her. Now, it simply means that as the day goes by, the woman develops character as the man also develops character. But then, you must have to deal with him or her with love. If love stands in the midst of both of you, you can jump over every challenging wall. Please note that the word love appeared about 350 times in the scriptures. And it will shock you to know also that out of those 350 times, 10% of it came from the songs of Solomon. That's the man, Solomon, that married 300 wives and 700 concubines. What worked for him that didn't work for others? I will tell you. Number one thing that worked for him was the expression of the heart, of the mouth. Solomon knew how to express his love to the women he loves. I'm not trying to advise us to go into polygamy. What I'm trying to say here is this. If your love or the love of your family must stand the test of time, you must learn to express what you feel for your spouse from the depth of your heart through your mouth. Show them, tell them how much they mean to you. Give to them. Give to them. Don't withhold what you have from them. Don't be stingy to your partner. And finally, show them care. Show concern to their needs. Don't leave them to their needs all alone. Number 2, that makes marriage work is communication. Communication is a vital tool to building a robust relationship. Without communication, every marriage suffers natural death. Natural death. Communication is the ability to reason, talk, and iron issues out together. You and your spouse has to continue to stay together, discussing issues together, and thinking towards the same line of activities. What are your plans? What are your objectives? What do you intend to do in the next 3 years? What do you intend to do in the next 20 years? Have you communicated it? How are both of you agreed to run that project? That is what makes your marriage work. When your wife discovers you are not carrying her along in your daily activities or projects, she's reserved. She's not angry. She's not happy. She's angry. That is why. And when a woman is angry in a home, you are in for a big challenge. You are in for a big challenge. That is why. To retain the beauty of that marriage, you must carry her along. Number 3, submission. God admonishing us from the Bible, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. He said, wife, submit yourself to your husband. Now, submission is not partial. Submission is submission in all things. That's submission. Not I can only submit when he gives me money. No. Not I can only submit when he gives me a car. No. Not when I can only submit when he gives me this or give me that. No. Submission is total. What does that mean? Submission has to do with respecting your husband, honoring your husband. It simply means sticking with your husband. Submission means being there for him at any time, obeying him, being humble to your husband. That is submission. That is submission. Do you know that with submission you can kill the ego of your husband with submission? You can bring the ego of your husband down with submission. You can humble him only by submitting to him. Submitting to your spouse is unconditional. It's a command, not a choice. Not a choice. Number 4, understanding. For your marriage to enjoy a blissful, longing, and lasting marriage, you must understand each other. What do I mean by understanding each other? How much do you know your spouse? There is a difference in the man and a woman, character-wise. You must understand the differences between your spouse and yourself. The man and woman differences. How a man behaves or how a woman behaves in certain situations. You must understand these things to ensure your marriage works. If you take away this understanding, it's like a woman. When she's happy, she cries. When she's not happy, she cries. But your ability to understand when she is happy and when she's not happy matters a lot. And that is why you must pay close attention to your spouse. Every good man has a sense of jealousy in him. You don't want to see your spouse cry. You don't want to see him or her go through one challenge or the other by himself. No, you are always there. You understand when things are not going right with him. You can come around him. You can support him to come out of that challenge. And finally, number 3, finances. Most things that has caused challenges in homes and marriages today is finance. And until both of you can define your terms and conditions in finances, there will be a lot of fighting and wrestling in that home. But as a man, 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 said, it is your responsibility. Say, if a man does not provide for his family, is worse than an infidel. As a man, it is your responsibility to provide for your family. No matter what the woman or your wife is receiving as pay or her income per month, what comes out from you to her goes a long way to put joy and laughter in her mouth. She appreciates you the more, no matter what she has. Plan for your finances. Plan for your investment. Plan together, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? How much comes into this family per month? Then plan for your finances. Then you see your marriage taking a new shape. And I see God taking your family to a new dimension in the name of Jesus Christ.